So today I went to a meeting of the local history society, family history society in Leicester, and there was a table there dedicated to oral history. And so this afternoon I'm with my good friend Betty, who I don't think it's a secret to let everybody know that you now are over 40, aren't you? And so who better to talk about on that subject? Now before we start that, before we get into the serious business of history from your perspective, we need to get out of the way a horrible accusation that's been levelled against you in that you have an eccentric laugh. So let's put it behind us. I mean, people have been very cruel about it. They've said things like, it sounds like the rusty engine of a 1958 Ford Cortina being dragged across gravel. They've said it sounds like a pair of mating stegosauruses. They've said it sounds like a horde of crows with hemorrhoids.
Oh my God.
And three anuses each.
Oh my God.
They've said it's like a combine harvester being let loose in a field of screws and bolts. So I'm pleased to be able to put that accusation to rest today and say that there's nothing about you. This isn't in any way normal. Is that right?
Matter of perspective, my love.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're in a nice little quaint village on the outskirts of Leicester at the moment, and probably the villagers for the surrounding 5 miles will be able to hear you. That's neither here nor there. And as far as history is concerned, Leicester was, most famously in the news for the discovery of the bodies of Richard III. Like me, another old man who they wouldn't let rest. And the local, you probably know this, there's a local legend that on his way to the Battle of Bosworth, he was passing over Bow Bridge, and his spur on the horse that he was riding struck a rock there.
Oh, I've heard that.
Yes, and there was this hideous old crone who lived there, who said that on the way back, his head would bang against that stone.
Right.
Now that wasn't you, was it?
No, that's a bit more than 40 years ago.
Is it?
Yes.
So listen and learn.
Yeah, quite.
And of course what she should have realised is that it would be unlikely to come back that way, because Bow Bridge is on the Glenfield Road, and if he wanted to get to Greyfriars, then he would have come down the Hinckley Road and avoided the roundabout where the Holiday Inn is. Wouldn't he?
Very technical.
Well, it's just logical, isn't it? But he probably just looked it up on Google Maps and
decided that.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that's right. And another famous figure in Leicester history is Simon de Montfort. You know all about him, don't you?
I know some about him.
Yes, Earl of Leicester.
Yeah.
And he's commemorated in Leicester. His statue's on this hideous monument that's in the middle, the clock tower.
That's right.
He's got a university named after him and a hall.
Yeah.
Yes. And of course what he was famous for was expelling all the Jews from Leicester. Did you know that?
I didn't know that, but I knew he'd been to the Crusades.
He was the sort of person you'd commemorate in the same way that people would commemorate Nigel Farage in about 500 years' time. Without being over political, he was a complete twat.
Right.
Yes. So
Yeah.
that's the kind of heritage we've got in this town.
Right.
Have you got any particular recollections about him?
No.
No.
No, because he was even older more years ago than Richard III, so
Right.
I couldn't remember Richard, so I'm not likely to remember Simon de Montfort either.
Right.
Born a long, long while after both of them alive.
And do you feel any particular bitterness towards anybody?
No.
Good, because I'm thinking about another famous resident of Leicester, Engelbert Humperdinck,
Yeah.
who made a fortune out of the hideous caterwauling that he's done over the years.
Yeah, but some people liked it, didn't they?
Yes, but I'm thinking of you, love, with your hideous caterwauling. And
well, I'm not.
you never-
Unfortunately, I've not made a fortune out of
exactly.
it.
Gosh, that's cleared out my sinuses. Well, I'm sorry to have brought so much misery into your life. We'll continue this when you're not quite so upset. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.